To convert the JK flip-flop on the Turner board to a D flip-flop, after we solve this experiment by applying different steps, we reach the solution of J is equal to D and K is equal to D prime. So that means we'll choose one of the JK flip-flops on the board. We'll choose this one, and we'll connect J to D and K to D prime. So for that, we'll use one of the switches and call that switch D. And we'll need one of the LEDs to test the output of the flip-flop. We'll call that LED Q. Next, we're going to start making the connection. We'll first connect the clock of the JK flip-flop to the clock of the Turner board, and then we'll connect J to D, so since J is equal to D. And finally, we'll convert, or we'll complement D by connecting D to one of the inverters on the Turner board. The output of the inverter now is D prime, which will be connected to K. Now the connection is complete, except it's missing the connection of Q, which is the output of the flip-flop, to the LED where we labeled it as Q. Similarly, when we can monitor the clock, so we can see the moment the falling edge occurs, that is when the output of the flip-flop will update according to D. So we'll take a wire from the clock and connect it to the last LED here. This way we'll be able again to make sure that we know the moment the output updates, because it will update with the falling edge of the clock for this particular JK flip-flop, because it's falling edge triggered according to the sign here.